I just watched Do the Right Thing, which is a film by Spike Lee that came out in 1989. It's basically, it's a bit of a hangout movie. There's not much plot to it. It's basically just about a block. Is that what they call it in America? It's like a street in New York. I think it's in Brooklyn. It's a mostly black neighborhood, and it's basically just like an ensemble cast of characters going about. It's like a day in the life. It's a hot day, and it's just them what they get up to. And then there's a bit of plot. There's stuff which is set up and conflicts which happen, and then it all culminates at the end. I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot. I mean, it's quite a sunny day here at the moment in. Well, I say sunny. I think it's 10 degrees, which is like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. But I've got the window. Well, I just had the window open, so that's pretty good weather for us. So it kind of put me in the mood. And yeah, it's just a chill film. You sit back and I think all the characters are very likable. You just like to hang out with them, to be honest. It's quite funny. It's basically the main. He's like billed as the main guy, but I mean it's very much an ensemble. Is Spike Lee plays him. He's like a 25-year-old pizza delivery guy, and he goes around delivering pizzas to people, and it shows Sal's Pizza where he works out, and shows all them a lot. Spike Lee is acting. I've never seen him act before, and he wasn't great. But the reason I watched this film is because I wanted to make my mind up on what I thought on Spike Lee, because I'd previously seen Black Klansman, which I absolutely love. I've seen that loads of times. I think it's a really good film. And I'd seen his remake of Park Chan-wook's Old Boy, which is terrible. The original Old Boy is a brilliant film, and Spike Lee's one was horrendous. So I was very mixed on him as a filmmaker. So I thought I'd watch this, because this is like one of his most critically acclaimed films, and I thought it was brilliant. I haven't really got much more to say on it, to be honest. It's just a hangout movie. There isn't much plot. There isn't much to break down. I think actually the ending I'll talk about, because the ending is when there starts being plot, like proper, like more conventional story narrative, like film narrative. So the ending, I'm not going to ruin it, but well, at the very ending, he puts two walls of text, quite frankly, two very long quotes. And they kind of contradict each other, which I think is because when I was watching it, I was a bit like, what's the message of this film? Because it seems to be, is it kind of pro-violence, or is it kind of against it in the context of the sort of civil rights type? I don't want to ruin the ending, but like, I was unsure about the film's message. I was trying to think about Spike Lee's message and other things. I was like, this seems like it might contradict it, or might not. And I think from the two quotes being clearly contradictory from each other at the end, it shows. I took away, like, you're supposed to make your own mind up about it. It's not like Black Klansman when it's very much, Ron Stallworth is the goodie, like, and then the KKK are the baddies. Like that's very clear. And then at the end when they show footage of real stuff, it's very clear, like, this is wrong. Join the side of being right and make sure this doesn't happen anymore. Like, I think this was more, it presents stuff to you which was very realistic, and it's very relevant to today, considering it was made, what, like 22 years ago? No, 32 years ago. Jesus, 32 years ago, and it could come out this year. Crazy. Yeah, and it kind of just, it was very realistic, and then it just, make your own mind up about it. Very good film. I would recommend it. I'd give it 4 stars, and the reason why I would knock off a star is because I look up the film after watching it, just to look at the information, because I don't want to do it beforehand. I don't want to know anything going into it. And I saw there was some controversies, like I agree that there's not really many female characters, considering it's meant to be like a street of people, a big ensemble. Like, the only female characters are, like, well, there's Mother Sister, who is just fine, but she doesn't really do much. And then his girlfriend as well, who she doesn't really have much to her. There's not really much personality there. And I saw that there's like a sort of love scene with her and Mookie, and there's a shot where her face isn't in it, and I assumed it was just because they were using a body double, and it turns out no, it's because she was crying. So that's not bad start. Although I suppose her and Spike Lee have made up since, because they appeared together recently. She was in a TV show he did. But I will knock a star off, but it's really good. It is a really good film, and I'll be watching more Spike Lee from now on.